going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sampson Sports. So today we're going to talk about the chicken parm you taste so good Denver Broncos, who are the 1 seed in the AFC. Surprisingly, Peyton Manning got benched this year. I don't think anybody ever saw that coming, ever, because it's Peyton Manning. And Brock Osweiler came in and he didn't do that great of a job. But Peyton Manning's back now as the starting quarterback, according to Gary Kubiak earlier this week. So Broncos are going to have their boy Peyton Manning, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, coming back to play this weekend. But is he the Peyton Manning that they really need to advance in the playoffs, or is he the Peyton Manning that we saw earlier in the season that threw multiple picks and lost to the Raiders? Yeah, that's not that great. But for me, Broncos fans, you got a lot of positives going for you other than, well, let's just ignore your quarterback situation for a second. Your defense is number 1 in the league. I believe it's number 1 in total defense, if I'm correct, this year. And also, your team is just stacked on offense. Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders. Your team just has so many playmakers at those skill positions on offense that even if Peyton Manning goes a near close ball, one of those wide receivers can grab it and turn it into a touchdown. Just ask Tim Tebow. He just threw it to Demaryius Thomas, threw it kind of behind him, but still Demaryius Thomas ran for 80 yards and led one of the greatest playoff upsets of all time, beating the Steelers at home. So if Tebow can do it, Peyton Manning can surely do it. But Broncos fans, there's a couple things I need you guys to look out for and hope that go well for your team. One, is Peyton Manning going to show up? That's probably the most important question that everybody's talking about this week. If Peyton Manning doesn't show up, manage the game, and really solidify himself as that great QB like he was a year or even 2 years ago, you guys aren't going to have that much of a chance. I'm sorry, but Brock Osweiler will not cut it. You will not get that far with him at quarterback. Maybe in a couple of years, but not right now. It's not going to work. So is Peyton Manning going to show up? That's the number 1 thing. Number 2, you got to establish some kind of run game. C.J. Anderson's been playing a lot better lately after he's been arguably the biggest fantasy bust this year at the beginning of the season, as he had no carries, no yards, no touchdowns. But you got to find a way to run the ball, whether it's with C.J. Anderson or Ronnie Hellman. You got to find a way to run the ball. When you establish that run game, you probably take a little bit more pressure off Peyton Manning, so he's not forced to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game like he used to. But one thing, get Peyton Manning back to Peyton Manning. And you can help doing that. You can help doing that by establishing a run game. So Denver, your defense is phenomenal. I don't see any problems with it at all. I really think your offense is going to be the make or breaking point, which you probably wouldn't have guessed coming into the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see if the Broncos move on a little bit. But hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.